Hey everyone, happy Facebook Live. Haven't done this in a while, and that's because the weather was smooth sailing. Look at this gentleman I've got behind me. Josh Weisel, Josh, weather intern and weather extraordinaire. It's amazing some of the stuff that he's done. And Peyton Langford was at National Night Out, and he is gracing us with his presence, and he looks a little different this time. Oh my goodness. Wow, that is scary looking. Little face painting there.
Yeah, a little bit of face painting. It was just an awesome night. I figured I'd, just go face first into everything, quite literally. And
Face first. We're going face first into fall and fall-like weather. It's going to be definitely a lot cooler, but I want to provide this little live update because tomorrow morning, I think there's going to be some rain in spots, and then thunderstorms start ramping up, and by early afternoon, I think there's going to be widespread storm activity. Boy, the severe weather was pretty nasty. About as scary as that painted face there in northern Kansas and southern Nebraska. Some really intense, amazing storms. QLCS tornado research came true to the T. Yep, over 30 knot shear vector. Let's get to the timing of this. Enough with the scary face, right? Let's give one more scary face right there. Just go way in. Oh man, yeah, there you go. All right. Let's get to the timing here, and we'll show you a couple of models, high-resolution models. We got the Graph 4 kilometer. Yesterday, it wasn't showing any rain. Josh and Peyton, we were watching it, and now it's got quite a bit more. So in the morning, we're going to start to see some cloud cover increase. This is the energy that's moving in, and I think by about 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, there's going to be some storms that are popping up. And then as we move throughout the late morning into the afternoon, those storms become even more widespread. Now, this model shows a little bit more activity in the morning hours compared to the HRRR, but it makes sense. Honestly, there's a lot of energy moving in. And here's the deal with the 100% chance of rain. I think that it won't be raining the entire day from basically sun up to sundown. There's going to be breaks in the rain. However, where it isn't raining in some places, it will be raining in others. So that's what's going to be tricky about the weather tomorrow. That's why you'll need to definitely download our Weather Authority app. Amanda says the pain in her hips and knees are starting to flare up.
That means the storms are coming.
And I just talked to my wife, and she feels like big time sinus congestion. She is a perfect barometer, a human barometer. She knows exactly when storms are rolling in. And very good Twister reference, I guess. Yeah, for sure. Her head is aching and she doesn't feel good, and that's just what happens sometimes. So, especially when big systems roll in.
It happens with my dad too. Like tendonitis flares up. It's like, oh, storm's coming.
Yep.
It's crazy.
So here's a look at Wednesday evening, another wave of energy. So there's going to be two systems that come in, two distinct systems. The second one brings heavier rain in the river valley, in my opinion. Maybe an isolated storm that's severe Wednesday night, and the new severe weather risk does clip northwest Arkansas. I'll show you that here in just a bit in case you were wondering. And the rain's going to start to move out by Thursday morning. However, don't be fooled. I don't think it's done raining the entire time. I think there's going to be some rain during the afternoon that still pops up with some just little last bit of energy. And then Thursday night into Friday morning, a very strong cold front comes in, making it feel like fall. Did you see that little last wave? So this is the backside of that system. You can see the way the clouds are spinning. Basically to the southeast, and that's the last bit of that energy that I do think develops some rain, and then that energy starts to move out. And then look at the temperature drop for Friday. Those are noontime temperatures in the lower 70s.
Oh yeah,
and we're really not going to warm up from much there. So
I think there'll be a lot more rain on Thursday morning. I think it's kind of a pump fake. We've been seeing it go until the late morning, possibly around noon. But now, meteorology with a skeleton here.
I just can't. I can't take you seriously. No,
we know that fronts just slam on their brakes as soon as they get just on our doorstep. So once those slow down significantly, you're going to see those slow moving, widespread showers, and that could lead to localized flooding that we could possibly see.
Yeah, and we'll get into that localized flooding as well. Anything to add to that? You're looking at some of the models too.
I was going to say, for the temperatures, it felt like forever to finally get the fall weather feel to it.
Yeah.
So wake me up when September ends.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Might need to hydrate there, Josh. Yeah. No kidding. So it's not Josh, it's Peyton, believe it or not. It looks
Yeah.
like you wouldn't know, though. You can't tell because of the face. Probably that is something Josh would do. But this is something Peyton did. He was at National Night Out. If you're just tuning in, he was at National Night Out. They had face painting, dunk tanks. This is in the River Valley, by the way, the second National Night Out.
Yes, there's 2 national night
And
outs.
if you don't know what those are, National Night Out is where the police and law enforcement get together with the community just to basically try to develop those community relationships.
Yeah, you build that relationship with the community and EMS, and build that trust. And that's really important for helping solve their crimes or helping save people in a very efficient manner. So definitely a great night to get out.
Awesome. Very cool. All right. So Alex says free beer, free barbecue, free beer. Well, they're sending a lot of people there. Axe Throw and Bouncy House, Wheels RV this Saturday. Cool. Team Smoking with Sasquatch. Sounds like a fun time there. And it's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah.
We're going to show you that as well. So that's in the Town Wheels RV in Town. Cool. Well, that's a fun thing to do over the weekend. So let's go back to this future track model. And now we're going to show you the HRRR because the HRRR is a little bit different with the activity. We still got to get Peyton in there. There you go. He's scoot on in there. I
don't want to scare anyone.
I think it's funny. I like it. You gonna keep that on all night? You gonna wash it off tonight? That's gonna take a lot of. It's gonna take a lot of makeup remover to wash that off. All right. So here's a look at the future track, and this is at midnight tonight. Now here's the HRRR showing some rain. I think this is very much possible. And let me know if any of you saw some rain. I know I heard some reports that there was a little bit of light rain that fell in Benton County this afternoon. Now, here's a look at Wednesday, 10:30. The HRRR has not as much rain as the graph model. However, don't blink or you'll miss it. Boom. Yeah, thunderstorms develop. And so those are going to definitely have some lightning with them, no doubt about that. And then you can see throughout the Wednesday afternoon time frame, some pretty heavy rain that falls. And then look at the break Wednesday evening. But then look, we got another wave of energy coming into Wednesday night. So that's going to be focused more in the River Valley. So now that's 2 models showing 2 waves of precipitation along with a more focused area in the River Valley. So I do believe that River Valley chances for heavy rain and flash flooding a little greater than Northwest Arkansas. Now remember the other model, the graph clearing everything out. Peyton talking about that energy that's going to stick around a little bit. Look at this model. This model has, I think, maybe hanging on to it a little too long, but you get the idea. I still think there's going to be some of those cool fall showers during the early afternoon, and then those chances start to drop off. That's honestly what I kind of see. So here's a look at the future track model for rainfall.
Whoa.
Now that's the graph. And what's funny is Peyton and I were looking at the graph yesterday, and it didn't show anything.
Didn't have anything.
It showed nothing.
It did have the showers that were supposed to be this morning.
Yeah.
It didn't really happen,
Yeah.
like barely, if anything. So, but now it has a whole lot.
Now it has a whole lot. Thank you, Skeleton Langford. All right. So if you're just hopping on here and you haven't watched the replay, Peyton was at National Night Out, took part in some face painting and had some fun with that. So that's why he's got his face. Either that or I don't know. You're getting ready for Halloween early.
Oh, yeah.
One of the two. So here's the HRRR. Let's go into 10:30. So it already shows, look at that. Already shows about an inch of rain. So this is the newest model that updates every hour. And let's take a look at that a little bit closer up. So obviously nothing happens during the overnight hours. However, yeah, that's weird. Sometimes it does that. So what you got to do is you got to escape. Well, maybe not. Oh, that's what you do. All right. So we got that. And we move along there. And yeah, that's got some thunderstorms in there. Wow, that's got even the potential for some heavy rain. So that's got a little more now at 10:30. No doubt. This is what I was going to show you too. The HRRR, the rain totals, not as impressive as the graph, but it still does show those rain amounts. So if we go along here, there you see over 2 inches in spots, inch and a half, 2 inches. And remember, that's all because of the heavy rain that falls in the morning hours. And if that doesn't happen, then we won't probably see that. Now, if we look at the different models, all 4 of them, there's definitely some consistency that it's going to rain. And it's going to rain a lot in spots. So here's a look at the graph model. We saw that earlier. That's probably one of the heavier amounts. The European still shows over an inch in most locations. I think Rogers is a little underdone. Now remember, that's not as high a resolution as the model. The graph shows pretty heavy rain in the river valley. That makes sense. I could see that.
Especially that second wave.
Yeah. And the NAM has that heavy rain as well popping up in the river valley. So if we look at a couple of things, the severe weather risk, this is new for Peyton because I know you didn't see this yet, or at least if you did.
Just before I walked out.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
And then it scared you stiff. Now you're a skeleton.
Yeah.
You're shaking in your bones. No, that's honestly just a severe storm or two. And the timing for this is Wednesday evening. Could be a storm in the morning, but I think the majority of that activity is a second wave that comes in. And then we look at the flash flooding potential, and you're going to see with that, we've got this risk. And this has been updated because I know the level 1 used to be there, and now it's shifted east, and the level 2's kind of spread it out over the area. So anyways, that's what we're looking at with the potential for some scattered flash floods. Okay, we do have some comments on here. Richard's asking, any way to squeeze in some puffy clouds? He loves it when we say puffy clouds. So
Yeah, we definitely could.
if I can remember, Richard,
clouds,
we could squeeze out some puffy clouds, and those puffy clouds are going to squeeze out some rain tomorrow. Now, will this rain help a colorful fall? Now, that is a good question. So far, we've been way too warm, and the warm weather kind of stunts the color change. But as you'll see here in just a bit, when we show you these temperatures that are coming in, that's going to really accelerate the color change.
Yeah, definitely going to shut those trees down and really ramp up the color change. So excited.
Shut the chlorophyll process down. Not necessarily kill all the trees.
No.
Yeah, but I know what you mean. Just explaining that for others that are out there. Alex had a good question. Any truth to the emergency test? Absolutely.
Yep.
This is very true. So your phones are going to sound for an alert. Now, here's the deal. We could have thunderstorms in the area.
Oh, boy. That'll confuse some people.
Yeah. Big time.
I didn't think of that.
Yeah. So we mentioned this, too. I think the Blessings tournament's in trouble tomorrow.
Yeah.
So far, it's been smooth sailing, 300 yards down the fairway, straight and narrow, no problems. But getting into the rough and possibly out of bounds tomorrow. So we got some definitely some, let's just say some intense storms that could really impact. Now, maybe not necessarily intense, but lightning on the golf course is intense in itself. So I think there's going to be some issues.
Yeah, 4 left into the pond.
Yep. There you go. 4 left. I heard that a couple of times in the Ryder Cup. No more trees down, please. Yeah, we don't need any more trees down. That's for sure. But I know what you mean. We're gonna shut down that chlorophyll process. The shorter night or the shorter days, longer nights, all of that starts accelerating. And one thing I don't want is a lot of wind. And we could get some wind with some of these storms, and the leaves aren't necessarily super fragile yet.
Right.
But if we were a couple more weeks into it and then we get a big windstorm, say goodbye to the leaves.
It's like, oh, they just got the
They're
looking trees.
They're all going in my pool. That's what's going to happen. I have some hot soup. Boy, I'll tell you what, fall food is the best.
Oh, yeah.
Chicken and dumplings. That doesn't. Chicken pot pie. That's what my wife makes when it gets colder. We make a white chicken chili. Oh,
really?
Man. So good in the crock pot. Yep, I know. Blessings Tourney is Blessings Golf Course. It's the collegiate tournament, and it's going to be an issue. Now, there will be times where they'll be able to get out and play, but not necessarily. So, are we done? Yummy, says Timmy. Are we done with the 80-degree weather? I think in Northwest Arkansas, potentially, maybe low 80s is a possibility, but I don't think in the River Valley. I think we're still going to get to the 80s in the River Valley. What do you think?
People want a yes or no.
Yeah.
Give them a no.
You're giving them a no.
Because, like with the 90s thing,
There were a
For-
couple of days that Drake Field hit
For
90.
29 out of the 32 days,
Yeah.
and I said 90s were gone. There were no 90s.
True, but
So with this,
yeah,
I think we might hit the low 80s a few more times.
yeah. Low 80s, I think is possible, but I think we're done with the 90s, though.
Gone
I
for good.
really think we are. If we aren't, then we've got some severe weather and storms coming in. All right, temperature trends. When's this big cold front coming in? Well, it's coming in a little later. This is the River Valley forecast, so you can see mid-70s when today was once again close to 90. And a better look at the timing, because I know that you guys like timing graphics. So a little tricky with that early afternoon, mid-afternoon. I think that's in between waves. We get one wave that comes through, storms pop up, then we drop it down because of the subsidence behind the first wave, and then more precipitation moves in. Now, will that actually occur? That remains to be seen. But at least that's what's the plan. That's what the thinking is. River Valley, not going to see much. You got that 30 to 60 to 90, and then it gets up to 100%. And that's mainly going to be late evening into the early overnight hours. That's when that wave comes through. Should have closed the pool a little week earlier. Well, here's the deal, Denise. We don't close our pool because we have one of the hot tub flowing into the pool, and it's one pump, so you can't really close it. It's one of those pools you're going to leave open year round.
Gotta get a net.
I do need to get a net though to collect those leaves. So, anyways, where's that big cold front coming in? Well, let's check it out, and we'll look at the 7-day forecast. So for those that are still watching, here we go. So first of all, rain and storms tomorrow. Now you see that 100%. That doesn't mean 100% the entire day is going to see rain. You saw the timing and the precipitation. Gravitt's going to see rain in the morning. I close it all. All right. Well, that's one way to go. We like hopping in the hot tub in the winter, though. So 74 Wednesday, Thursday in the mid 70s, and there's the cold fronts, 2 of them that come in. Now, how is that two cold fronts? Well, we got essentially known as a double barrel cold front, as I call it. So thunderstorms rolling in. This is more of a Pacific air mass, and then this is a Canadian, even possibly polar, and that's going to really drop the temperature. So we got double down arrows because 70 will be a high temperature, and that's kind of early on in the day, and then the temperature falls throughout the day. And then look at this. We got 39 for Friday night into Saturday morning. That's some pretty chilly weather. Sunday morning, 39 degrees. Do you think it's cold enough for a frost? Oh.
You're kind of close. You know that where you're going to have the frost is going to be somewhere along the Bobby Hopper Tunnel, because that's about where the dew point gradient is going to be, where the dew points are going to be in the upper 30s, and so are those temperatures, like right around that 40 degree.
Yeah.
You know, that's where we could see a little bit of really cold dew, you know.
And we got to calm down those winds completely
Yeah.
in order to get that. And also we could get the frost on the car windshields. That's a possibility on top of cars. Get your ruler out, measure that frost. All right, so going back to the 7-day forecast here, you'll see that we've got the chilly weather. Fall has arrived. Oh, yeah. How about that? Low to mid 60s. Yes, we do start moderating a little bit, but it's coming. Some colder weather. And boy, I'll tell you what, if you're doing any wagon rides or any type of pumpkin patches, corn mazes, boy, this weekend's the time to do it.
Left lane, hammer down those temps.
Ooh.
All right. All the Chad Morris people.
Oh, man.
A word of advice to
That
you
might
art
just be-
students. Usually when we get this first snap of cold temperatures, kids don't have the jackets and stuff that they needed, or they didn't bring it up. So if you have the opportunity, get those jackets out so you're not caught off guard. This is your early warning for those cooler temperatures in the 30s and 40s by next week. So
That's great
I'm already
advice.
unpacking a couple of mine from the garage.
It's great advice. I don't know if I'm ready for frost or cold, to be honest with you. Yeah, I know. He did say that. And the camera's just like, nope, not happening.
Those temperatures went full tilt boogie.
Oh, my goodness.
Hey, we all just suffer together.
Yeah. Boy,
Still suffer.
we're still suffering. Yeah. So anyway, there's the 7-day forecast. What about the River Valley? River Valley, upper 60s on Saturday. Definitely have those storm chances in the River Valley. Notice how I went heavy rain possible in Northwest Arkansas and heavy rain likely in the River Valley. And that's because it's a little bit more of a focus of the heavy rain. Models were kind of showing too, maybe to some extent, that it just doesn't rain at all in Northwest Arkansas. We'll see. I don't buy that though. I think that's a pump fake big time. So yeah, there's your 7-day. There's the colder weather that comes, and yeah, your electric bill is definitely having fun there.
Oh yeah, I'm loving that too.
I'm ready for summer. I'm ready for bring on winter. I'm so ready. I'm not ready for freezes. I'm not ready to give up the nugget ice maker yet.
Yeah.
We've
Well,
talked about this before.
I was talking to some of the officers. They're like, we're gonna have a cold winter because we had a really hot summer. I was like, yeah, not quite.
Yeah.
Because of the weather pattern, the El Nino.
Yeah.
We're actually gonna have a pretty mild winter, but we could see a lot of rain, a lot of cool, cold rain.
Do you think it always comes true that an El Nino shows not a very active winter, and then all of a sudden it happens where you get a really harsh winter? Yeah, the answer is yes.
Yeah.
But however, there's different strengths of El Nino. There's a
Right.
weak El Nino, there's a strong El Nino, all those things. But typically, and Peyton actually posted this on our blog, on our weather blog, the pattern for the jet stream is mainly zonal across the southern United States. So that's the deal. He's just he did his TV makeup wrong today.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
on the wrong side of the bed.
Yeah, that's right. So, if for those that are just obviously tuning in and hopping on, what's the reason for the face paint?
Yeah, so I was at National Night Out in Fort Smith, and you wanted to just jump in the swing of things with Halloween, so got my face painted by some of the people from Northside High School.
Northside?
Yeah, the Grizzlies.
The ladies or the men?
I was both. They had all hands on deck trying to get me
Nice.
to look my best for TV, and
All
I think they
right.
did an amazing job.
I think they did too. Very cool.
Yeah.
Very nice. Is it kind of sticky and like rough, or does it just feel normal?
I'm not gonna touch it. I don't want to find out.
Okay.
I'll
But
find out
what
it's
about
on.
like the tension on your face? Can
Oh,
you
yeah.
feel it?
Yeah, it's like Botox. Or
Okay,
something.
yeah, Botox.
Lock it
Shoot,
up.
maybe that's what I need. I want to show you this. This is kind of funny. The dog walking forecast, because we feature a dog, and this dog is looking at Peyton's skeleton face right about here. Like, huh? So, there's Mitzi. I like that. Shelly Williams sent that one in. And by the way, if you are walking the dog tomorrow, you're going to be ducking and dodging storms. So a lot of red paws, maybe a break late morning into the early afternoon, and then more storms pop up, and especially later on in the evening. So we'll see how that works. How about that? Someone said, "You look cool." Yeah, that's what Kevin Johnson said. Bentonite clay, Dan. It works wonders as a face mask. Oh, that was for me. Oh, wow. All right. I was going to put some cucumbers on my eyes too. Get rid of these bags. So, what time are we starting to look at the rain for the River Valley? Well, we talked about it earlier, but if you're just hopping on, totally get it, Anthony. Here's a look at that timing right here on the 2-day precipitation forecast. So, yeah, it starts as early as the morning hours. And you might be going, well, why is that? Well, there's a lot of energy that's coming in from the west. So once you get a good look at that, I will show you the energy. By the way, you can really see the negatively tilted trough.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. So, Anthony, that's the timing of that. And that gives you an idea Wednesday morning. But here's all this severe weather. My goodness, look at that system. So, look at the nose and the dry punch coming in. And then watch what happens. You can see the short wave right there. And this is a great reminder that you see the vorticity, which is this spin, but the lift is actually out ahead of it. And then you got this dry punch that's causing steepening lapse rates. And watch this explosion of storms. I mean, that's an easy forecast right there, to be honest with you. Right on the leading edge of the water vapor on that warp max, thunderstorms erupting. How many tornado warnings were there? Like 10?
Yeah.
Or 11?
There
Maybe more?
Quite a bit of the QLCS warnings.
There were confirmed tornadoes, too. There were some supercells.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, look at those storms popping up. So then you might be going, well, what else is happening? Well, we got 2 more systems coming in. One that's already moving through right now. And so that system went and it's zipping off to the northeast. This one's diving south and then turning back to the north. And then we got system number 3 that's coming in that's up here to the north. And that is going to bring us the cold weather. You can see it getting bottled up right there.
Just like a funnel.
Look at that. It's starting to build up and then it comes ripping down. Kansas and Nebraska be getting hit with hail from what I gather. Oh, yeah,
Even
for
parts
sure.
of Texas too.
Yeah. Storms erupted there too. Well, why don't we take a look at that here? So there's that severe weather risk. If I'll show you the satellite and radar we put on the local storm reports, look at all these storms. I think there were confirmed tornadoes. I saw that on there.
There's 2 south of Colby.
Yeah. So look at that. It 10 storms, lots of hail. Yep, right there. And Colby.
He's streaming.
Colby Ward? No way. Maybe
Colby Ward?
Yeah, maybe the Colby effect is gone.
Oh, the town called
Yeah,
Colby?
Yeah.
Oh, let's say.
Unfortunately, that area did not have the Colby effect.
Yeah. Possible brief tornado. And then a funnel cloud too. So yeah. Brief, but that was kind of earlier on in its life cycle. And the hail was sizable too. We're talking 2.5, 3 inches. Where was that? That was in South Kansas.
Yeah.
Right here. Yeah, look at some of these hail reports right here.
I believe that was the supercell you were referring to earlier.
Yes.
Outflow initiated.
Look at that. 1.5, 2. Here's 1.8, 1.0. I saw 2.5. Where was that? There it is.
Yeah.
There's baseballs.
There's a 2.5.
Oh, yeah. There's definitely a ton of energy.
Look at that. 3 inches. That was a ton of energy. And when we look at the vorticity, you're going to get to see all that energy making its way east. So watch this. We'll show you this real quick. So this is all the energy that's coming in. And then you can see those storms popping up. Now, there is more energy that's popping up from the southwest. And so the models just won't have a perfect handle on this. And then watch the secondary system dive in right there. That provides some chilly weather. Woo,
That's
yeah.
that polar punch.
Yep. The polar vortex. No, I'm just kidding. You should create an animated electric heater graphic. Just exciting as watching the TV show. Thank you, Terry. I appreciate that. Love the spooky face, Peyton. The dog graphic. I love the walk the dog forecast for sure. So
Electric heater. Might have to break that out, especially if I'm sitting in my office. It's really cold on my feet. Might have to heat them up. A little fan, a little heater.
Well, you're just skull and bones right now.
Yeah, not skin and bones, just
skin
bones.
And bones. Yeah, just bones. Skin and bones. That's what I was looking for. All right. Well, anyways, that about does it for this Facebook Live update. Any last words to add, Josh?
Get ready for it to be colder, and it'll feel a lot more like fall. So
yeah. Make sure you check out this guy on Twitter. He's showing me some of the stuff he's doing. We're picking his brain. We're utilizing his brain power, making some graphics, and just like he does, like he has like his own app. He has his own 24/7 channel on YouTube that updates graphics. It's like, here, I'm going to pass the reins to you, man. You do the you do the show for the rest of the night. You got this. Yeah, and he does weather too for UATV as well. What nights do you do that on?
Every Wednesday and Thursday, I do it with UATV, and we stream on their Facebook. And
Wednesday and Thursday. Hey,
I think we have a channel. I can never remember what it is though.
UATV or something like that.
Yeah,
I know. Yeah, something like that. Whose channel? So it's his channel. What Weather 225, right?
Yeah. So weather225.com, or you can find it on YouTube, and then I'm on Twitter, JWWX225.
We got to do something on like 479 or the 501.
Yeah, the 501.
501. That's Little Rock.
You hurt.
Yep. All right, man. You look like you're out of a rap video. I can't get over that. Van says, greetings from Jersey. Greetings, Vance. Hope you're having a good time there. Wow, some big storm system coming into Jersey next week. Holy Nikes. That's going to produce, that looks like it might do some snow.
It's going to be a great forecast up there.
Where can I see my baby today? You were at Turnbow. I was, yes. I'm going to show some video of that. I'll put it on my website on KNWA.com. Just click on the weather tab and then go to weather guests, and then you'll see it pop up kind of the middle of the screen. So be looking for that. All right. What are you laughing about?
One of my mom's friends who lives up here now
Watch the Facebook Live.
No, she saw me on the news and sent it to my mom.
Oh, nice. And your mom's like, what?
I don't know if she's watching the stream. Laura Mosier, if you're watching the stream, hello.
Hello. All right. So he was at National Night Out, did the face painting thing, did a great live shot, freaked out Chelsea Chad. And all right, that wraps it up. Enjoy the storms tomorrow. I don't think we'll do another update because it's just about the same thing. But just be ready for rain and storms and possibly some heavy rain. If it does start getting nasty, we'll let you know about it. Keep you updated.
For sure.
One more thing before I shut it down. I just thought of this. Check this baby out. We've got the potential to show WED-THU.
Heck yeah.
That's something brand new. Remember how we were showing different cameras at once? So if we go into this, let's go down here. We can show a 25 panel. Look at this. So when there's lightning and stuff, you'll be able to see 25 cameras at once. Why not 26? We got this one on there as well.
Well, we got some that are down. So,
yeah, there's some that are down. They took strikes from lightning. We're trying to get them
18.5.
working. And so we actually have more than 25, but just none of them are loaded in here yet. So, all right. Well, that does it. But yeah, that's going to be exciting when we're doing Facebook Lives and we've got severe weather coming in. We're going to be able to get to the cameras a lot quicker. This is going to be a source that you're going to love to see, especially when there's a lot of lightning. Yeah, it's going to be cool.
Big for the program.
Yes. Big. We'll see you guys. Have a good one. Thanks for watching. God bless.